Yeah, it's showtime because we're going into Goodwill. What are we waiting for? Let's go. Man, they had this up on the top shelf. These kids are screaming in here, getting on my nerves. A TNA DVD. But the top shelf's really hard to get to, so I'm going to show you a few things. Fortress 2. What else is up here? Really hard to see. Way up here. I'm not the tallest of guys. Found these up there. A couple of seasons of Suits. I'll have to check through the discs on all these things, but look at this. Addicted to Sweat. It just doesn't sound, that sounds a little raunchy, doesn't it? Addicted to Sweat. Alright, so, what about this book here? Growing Up with Science. You guys remember these? I used to get those books, man. Invention. I loved those books. Awesome. You got a Blu-ray here that I don't remember seeing. And look at this. Wicked Ways. Somebody wrote on the cover, but that's Rebecca De Mornay and all her hotness. What else we got here? What is this? Huh. Chiefs. Never heard of that. The Guard Experience. Life or something like it. I think I've got that. Some weight loss. DVDs. The Big Chill. The Terminal. That's pretty good. Look, a single disc of Seinfeld. Some Tim Tebow action. What else we got? Somebody was coming up beside me. I had to make sure those few ones I pulled off the shelf they couldn't get. So, some Lucy, Revenge of the Nerds, Van Damme, Lassie. A lot of common titles. Pretty Woman. Look at Ren 1010. There's another little shelf down here, but they got some VHS too. The shelf over there mainly had CDs, but look at these two just sitting there chilling. Eddie and the Cruisers 1 and 2. I'm going to check those out. Make sure they don't have any mold. What else? Anything any good? Father of the Bride. No horror. I've already kind of glanced over it. So here's just a bird's eye view of what they had. Nothing good. Kids still yelling in the background. Serenity Now. Serenity Now. Rooster Cogburn. Oh well. I think I'm going to get out of here. I'll check through those DVDs. Check the haul portion at the end and you'll see what I picked up. Oh, good. Final destination. He's turning off the road. We're safe. We made it another day.
We'll return after these messages.
So what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I am JeffMan316, your pop culture reporter. My name's even on that sign back there, right there. It says JeffMan316 Live. Yeah, JeffMan316 Live is where you join up right here with me Sunday nights around 9 p.m. Eastern. We usually watch along to a movie, and we'll talk about pop culture, physical media. One of you during one of my videos commented about Goodwill and was like, "Hey man, you're going into a lot of thrift stores. You're not doing Goodwill." I just did a Goodwill video like 2 weeks ago, so I'm trying not to do Goodwills over and over again. There's 3 Goodwills in my area and one I don't frequent. Watch the rant I did about why. They're the ones that were throwing shit away. And then there's 3 Mission thrifts, and there's not a lot of other thrift stores around that has physical media. So I wanted to go ahead and do this. So I was recording my weekly movie haul, and I decided to go ahead and record this as well. So I'll throw this Goodwill video out there. It was short, sweet, to the point. And yeah, so I actually bought multiple types of media this time. VHS, Blu-ray, DVD. They had a TNA DVD in there. Man, that thing was destroyed and it looked like shit. I always joke and say, and I really did, I felt like I needed a tetanus shot after handling some of that stuff. Physical media, man, you really have to check through the discs. Sometimes they don't even have the right discs in there, but sometimes they're just destroyed. So these tapes are in good condition and they don't have mold. I've already checked them. So I give you, and I'll check it again just to make sure. The first one that I bought, we were talking about this on the stream, Eddie and the Cruisers. I love this movie and I figured it would be cool to put it on in the background. I got a VCR right up there now. To watch this, you know, in the background while I'm organizing, doing some stuff in the room. And what do you know? Somebody turned both of them in. And I got Eddie and the Cruisers 2. Eddie Lives. So I thought that was pretty cool to get both Eddie and the Cruisers movie. So you can tell this one is lighter weight. And if you don't know, look how much tape is on the reel. It's not a lot of tape there. Can you get that in the shot? That usually means it's recorded like in that, was it SP mode? I can't remember the different modes. SLP, super long play. I can't remember. Whichever one it is, it's like you could have fit 6 hours on there if they had the whole spool of tape. If you get one that's like this, it's got more tape on the spool. You know they used it in the slowest speed possible. I know it's been so long, I'm almost embarrassed that I don't remember the different tape speeds. Put in the comments down below. I'm not going to look it up. I want you guys to work with me. I want you guys to have fun with me. There was 3 modes on my VCR that I used to have. I can't read it from over here. Like it was SP, was that 2-hour mode? Then it was like EP and then SLP. And then you could get 6.5-hour tapes that would give you like 2 hours and 10 minutes. Not to go off on a tangent, but you remember you used to set a VCR to come on like 5 minutes early. If the movie was 2 hours, you would miss some. So you get a 6.5-hour tape. It would be 2 hours and 10 minutes. You could get 5 minutes before, 5 minutes after. That's cool. So Blu-ray, I picked up. I've never heard of this movie. Blu-ray digital of Racing Hearts. So never heard of that. Thought it was cool. No digital code inside, but it was probably expired anyway. So I thought that would I'd give that a chance. This guy that played in 50 Shades. And then I'm trying to cut back on the DVDs, so I only bought a couple. I bought this one that I joked in the video had the name on it. I figured I can either get it off or I've got multiple cases I can replace this with. And look at here. Rebecca De Mornay, Wicked Ways. This is one of those old artistry, which is like reminded me back in the day when you get Lionsgate and artisan titles and all that kind of stuff. And then not that I'm going to point anything out, get it?
So nipples, huh?
Rebecca De Mornay and Michael Rooker. Man, I've never even heard of this movie, so this will be a first time watch. I am going to watch that DVD. And there's a lot of TV stuff that I own 1 or 2 seasons of that I ended up getting in the Dollar Tree back in the day. And this was one of them. So I don't have the later seasons of this show. So I did pick up the seasons of Suits that I found up on the top shelf. This is top shelf stuff. And in this Goodwill, everything's $2. Other than those tapes. I think they were like 50 cents. But I got season 5 too. So 2 seasons of Suits. 2 Eddie and the Cruisers tapes, and Rebecca De Mornay giving you a point. So that was a pretty decent little haul there, a good little mixture. I'm glad I went into that Goodwill. It was like a short trip in there, but a decent little haul. So hey, check that out. I'll give it a thumbs up. JeffMan316 says watch them. So yeah, hey, I gave it a thumbs up. Why don't you give my video a thumbs up? Smash that like button. Like, comment, subscribe, and share. Everything I always ask you to do. If you are a subscriber, you rule. If you're not, please consider subscribing. We have fun here. You can comment to your heart's content. I'll talk to you. We'll talk about physical media or whatever else you guys want to talk about pop culture. But hit the notification bell once you subscribe, and you'll know when I post new videos. And I actually got a comment right there. Is it all Paramount titles 50% off? That was in my last movie hunt video. You're getting this live as I'm recording this. Yeah, it was. It said 50% off in my Jack Reacher that I picked up. Spoiler alert. Yeah, it was 50% off. So support me by watching all my videos. And then, hey, hit me up in my description down below for my Valoria video affiliate link, my eBay store, my social media, everything. Support me all ways possible. So until next time, boys and girls, this has been JeffMan316, your pop culture reporter, signing out saying, you guys be safe out there.
And what did it to me was these big titties she had. For a 13-year-old girl, man, she wouldn't have had to worry about no titties for the rest of her life, boy. You know, she was set.